So remember where we left off before? We were using creating a picture. I've just changed it slightly because I wanted to show you a few things that you can do if it's an image. So I'm just going to select more than one picture. And now all you need to do is press the control button, click a picture, press control, and then you can click another one. And then you've got options. You can group them, which means that they're no longer single pictures, they're all as one picture, and then you can move them around. And then to ungroup them, you select all three and then ungroup. Okay. Then what you can do with the image is you might want to have one as behind something. So you can do image options. So if you right click on the image, you can, format options have changed it. So you can recolor it and decide to change it as you wish. You might want to have it as a more black and white picture. There are lots of different options, and if you have an issue with that, you can just go back and have no color. Another thing that you can do is decide on the transparency. So transparency is quite good because the more percentage of the transparency, the less you see of the picture. So that might be a good one for us to put behind the background on our poster that we're creating. Okay. And then we might want to have this one on the right hand side and this one over here. Okay. So remembering before you learned how to make the pictures come to the back or the front, so you right click and you can decide to make sure that the order is where it should say. So if you wanted it behind something, you just send it to the back or send backwards, so it just layers itself. So if we send that to the back, it's actually behind this image. We just want to make sure that this is at the front. I'm just going to change that order, send that one to the back. Okay, and now this picture's back at the forefront. Okay, so there we go. You just go into your file and then download as your PDF or as these two are picture files. So JPEG or PNG is using it as an image. Now I'm going to show you this because I'm going to download it as a JPEG again. Now if you obviously wanted to name it, just put your name up there and then download it again. So when it downloads this time, I'll try it as a PNG, it actually has the name of the picture on there, which is quite useful. Now the good thing about this is that if we add a new slide, we can also put a new picture in. So from here, I'm just going to click this document here, and I'm actually going to drag it onto the page. And what you'll see is I now have made myself an image, and I can use that image to then put into my presentation or my whatever it is I wanted to create. Okay? If you double click it, then it will just open up the image into a separate file, and then you can edit it another way. Okay, so that maneuver again was to click it, not to open it, sorry. It's to click it and drag it. Okay, so it's a short double click and then drag it on, and again you've got a picture. Now with this one, you can see that it's a bit big. I've got all that white space on the right hand side, so I'm just going to double click it, and can you see these black lines that have come up here? This will actually enable me to crop my picture. So I'm going to click on the black lines, move them in, click enter, and it's now made my picture much shorter. Okay, and got rid of the excess. And that's quite a useful feature if you want to create things, you want your students to create images on that piece of work, okay, and include it in the presentation.